Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who review for today. So in this review, I want you all to be excited for this. I'm reviewing my very first ever Big Finish audio. Now, I have got a few Big Finish CDs. I haven't got a load of them. I haven't got the whole set of them, which hopefully I can try and track down some of the original ones. And I've got Spotify, and they're on Spotify as well. So I am sitting down and listening to the ones on Spotify as well. I've just listened, last night I listened to the Sirens of Time, which was the very first ever Big Finish CD audio that they ever did. Unfortunately, it's not the one I'm going to be reviewing in today's video. I'm reviewing my all-time favourite Big Finish story. Now, this is my all-time favourite because this is the very first CD I actually ever bought of Big Finish, and it was the one that got me into Big Finish. I mean, you got Past Doctors, Brand New Adventures, and it's absolutely a classic story as well. So this video I'm going to be reviewing, as you can tell from the back of me with the TARDIS, with the Sontarans and the 7th Doctor, it is a 7th Doctor story known as Terror of the Sontarans. Now, the Sontarans have battled against the 7th Doctor in a few Big Finish audios. Unfortunately, I've not listened to them. This is the only one I've listened to, and I absolutely enjoy it. So before I get into the actual proper review, I'm going to tell you about the cast. So in the cast, we have Sylvester McCoy as the 7th Doctor, obviously. We have Bonnie Langford as Mel. So this story, I like to place this in season 24 because it has no mention of Ace in it. She's nowhere near it. I like to place this in between Paradise Towers and Doubter and the Bowman because it just seemed like a great slot play for this story. Now, as you all know, I do own it on DVD, season 24, and I own it on Blu-ray. So I do like to class this Big Finish CD as part of season 24, even though it isn't actually part of season 24. I like to class it as part of season 24 because of the friendship between the 7th Doctor and Mal, and I really enjoy it. Now, the one thing I actually enjoy about this is sitting here listening to Dan Starkey, who does the voice of the Sontarans. Now, Dan also played the Sontarans in modern Doctor Who. He plays Strax in the Matt Smith run from When a Good Man Goes to War up to Deep Breath with Peter Capaldi, and he also plays a Sontaran in the David Tennant story known as The Sontaran Experiment and The Poisonous Sky. So with the Sontarans coming back in series 13, I hope we have him back as a Sontaran because he gives such a great performance as a Sontaran. He knows how to deal with the Sontarans, how to get their voice booming across, and in this story he doesn't play just one Sontaran. He literally plays 3 versions of different Sontarans. He's the only one that actually does the voice of the Sontarans. We have Fearmaja, Keister, Skag, and Stork. And Dan Starkey he plays them really, really well. Again, the reason I like to fit this story into season 24, the music they actually use in the background of this story, it feels so 1980s. It feels like a proper McCoy story. It feels like it deserves to be in season 24. That's one thing I'm saying about it. It literally feels it deserves to be part of season 24. It is a great McCoy story. I don't want to give too much away about the story in case you haven't listened to this story. If you have listened to the story, let me know in the comments what you think of Terror of the Sontarans in the bottom. If you haven't, I hope this review will make you want to go and listen to it because it is an absolutely magnificent Big Finish story. It is absolutely a great 7th Doctor story. Now, I do own another 7th Doctor story, but it's not really just a 7th Doctor story. It has all of the Doctors in it from the 1st to the 8th Doctors, and it's called Light at the End, which will be another review coming out of this story at some point because I need to sit down and re-listen to that story at some point because it has all of the 8th Doctors fighting against the Master, which is absolutely another great Big Finish CD. Now, this actual story was released way back in 2015 by Big Finish. Now, I absolutely enjoy this story. So the one thing I'm going to tell you is actually a 4-part story, and it's actually split into 4 parts like they do in the actual TV series. So it does deserve to fit into season 24 for that as well, and it has the running time 25 minutes each episode, and it is just magnificent. So the bit of the plot I'm going to tell you is when the Doctor and Mal receive a distress call on a hostile alien world that has been invaded by the Sontarans, which we later find out later on in the story. So of course, when they're going to investigate and try and find the ones who set up the distress call and trying to help them, like the Doctor normally does, it goes terribly wrong because the Doctor and Mel end up getting a bit separated. Mel finds some of the crew that have been like tortured by this Sontaran leader, and he's gone pretty much insane. I have to say that. Listen to him, he does sound insane. So, the one thing I absolutely love about this story, it is magnificent. I think everybody in the cast gives such a great performance. Sylvester McCoy and Bonnie Langford are absolutely amazing as the Doctor and Mal. It actually feels like they never really finished playing the Doctor and Mal. It never feels like, it just really feels like it fits into season 24. We also have Daniel O'Meara, who plays Ketra. I think he's actually a great person to play a character because his character, it's really great. It just has like a little bit of a knack to it, and it's absolutely great. We also have John Bond, who plays Avril Jackson, and Technician Gyte, Geet, something like that. I think he gives a great performance between the two characters. So he gives such a great performance as those two characters. And then, of course, we have Tektrum Carter, Thing 1 and Thing 2, played by Andrea Bernard. I think she gives a great performance as Ketra. Don't really like her as Carter. I think she's a bit... It's one of those characters you just really know you don't like. And as Thing 1 and 2, I think she's quite good as them as well. I really do enjoy her performance as them. And then, of course, we have Dan Starkey, who plays Theomija Custer and Strog and Strad. We also have somebody named John Banks, who is Commander Liffen and Stomata. So Dan Starks and John Binks, they both play Sontarans, but Dan Starkey, I think he's absolutely top-notch as the Sontarans, because, yes, he plays them in the Matt Smith era, like from When a Good Man Goes to War, then he returns for The Snowman, then he returns for The Crimson Horror, The Name of the Doctor, and, of course, Deep Breath. The 5 fantastic stories, we have Dan Starkey as the Doctor's friend Strax, who is the Sontaran working with Madame Fastra and Jenny. Also, Dan Starkey did play another Sontaran role in the 10th Doctor story, the Sontaran Stratagem and the Poisonous Sky. So he does play a few Sontarans, and to listen to him play a classic Sontaran, it's absolutely amazing. He feels so great. I mean, the Sontarans of this are from the 5th Sontaran Battle Fleet. They even say it they're from the 5th Fleet. So I absolutely am looking forward to keep watching Doctor Who. Series 13, Flux, with the return of the Sontarans. I hope we have Dan Starks back as a Sontaran. Hopefully they get him back. And also we have Gear, played by John Darney. Now, this story was actually written by John Darley and, of course, Dan Strachey. They've both written this amazing 4-part story for Big Finish, and it's absolutely amazing. You can tell they actually thought of the 7th Doctor in this, because there have been some Big Finish CD audios I have actually I've listened to, and they feel like they deserve to be some other Doctors. I mean, the Tom Baker one with Night of the Fashion Errata, that feels like a Tennant kind of story, where the Day of the Fashion Errata also feels like another Tennant sort of story, but they actually put the 4th Doctor and the 8th Doctor into them. It feels very odd. The 6th Doctor feels right in place with the Carrionites, I'd say, and the 5th Doctor feels absolutely fantastic in Empire of the Rachnos. There will be a review coming out for that story as well. But Terror of the Sontarans, I think it is a great Sylvester McCoy story. Sylvester McCoy is the 7th Doctor, and he proves it in this story as well. He so feels like a part of season 24. Even though it's not like a part of season 24, it just feels like it just slot into place. I really enjoy that. I think the cast have a great time filming this story. The music they use, this like the instrumental music they use, like in the background and stuff, it feels so 1980s. They actually got the music feeling spot on, and I think it's perfect for season 24. And it's, as I say, again, it's really, really great to hear Dan Starkey as the Sontarans. This story, I really enjoyed this adventure. It is really, really great to actually hear the Seventh Doctor go against the Sontarans, which is something that never happened on screen. It's one of the reasons why I like Big Finish, because Big Finish have put past Doctors against some of the enemies. I mean, we have some of the past Doctors fighting against some of the modern monsters. We also have we have some past Doctors having returned, like facing off the old monsters. Like I've got the Juggernauts, which is a great story for the Sixth Doctor and Mal. I really enjoyed that story as well. It's great to listen to the Sixth Doctor in the Big Finish box set known as the Sixth Doctor's Last Adventure, because that gives a great performance between Colin and Bonnie Langford as Mel, because it really builds up so much. Big Finish does. Terror of the Sontarans, I have to say, it is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the best stories I've actually sit down and listened to. I've got quite a few Big Finish. I've even got some on vinyl. I've got a Tom Baker, a Paul McGarren, and a David Hearn story on vinyl, but the rest are on CD. I have to say, I really enjoyed this story. It's absolutely fun. It's absolutely amazing. I'm going to go and try and buy more Sylvester McCoy Big Finish audio soon, because it's Sylvester McCoy. You need more Sylvester McCoy. He is a great Doctor. I mean, he's my second favourite Doctor after the great Tom Baker. And Tom Baker does some fantastic stuff in Big Finish. If you haven't listened to Doctor Who Terror of the Sontarans, I highly do recommend it. It is just another great story. And Sylvester McCoy gives a great performance. And especially when you see his Doctor fight, like, facing off against the Sontarans. It's absolutely amazing. This Doctor, I really hope we get more Seventh Doctor and Sontaran stories in the future. It's such a shame we never got to see the Seventh Doctor battle against the Sontarans in the actual TV series, but listen to it on audio, it's absolutely amazing. So thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for another Doctor Who video later on this afternoon, around about 8 or 9, because I'm going to be doing a review on the Black Guardian trilogy, because I've just finished watching the Black Guardian trilogy and I want to do a review on that. So wait for that one later on today. Thank you for watching the video. Please do like, subscribe and share, and have a great day, and join me later on, as I say, for the Black Guardian trilogy.